Hi, my name is Dalton, and I've chosen to edit the game of Sequence for my assignment. As you can see, the starting hand is the first thing that's changed. In a normal game of Sequence where it's two players, this over here represents one player, this over here represents another. Obviously, in the game of Sequence, you wouldn't be able to see your opponent's hands, but I'm playing by myself here, so they'll just be a stand-in. So in this game, I have us starting at 10 cards rather than the normal 7. I'm not sure if they're all fitting on the screen, but it starts with 10 cards rather than 7. And on each turn, a player will place 3 cards. So you can use 3 of these. Say, for example, I wanted to do 6 of hearts, 10 of diamonds, and 8 of diamonds as the blue player. Okay, and then you discard those cards that you just placed, and you pick up 3 new ones. And the next player does the exact same thing. We'll use these 3. Now I'm not putting too much strategy into this because I'm by myself and just showing it. Okay, and they discard into a separate pile. And then 3 more cards go down. Now, another element that I've added into this game is, this is actually a Pictionary timer, but it times for about 34 seconds. I timed it, so roughly 30 seconds ideally. And so with this, every turn, the user will flip this, and you have 30 seconds to place your 3 cards on the board. And if you do not meet that requirement, then everyone on your team suffers. In a game of 1 versus 1, only you suffer. So you'll decrease your card count from the original 10 to 9, and each mistake after that is going to go to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and limiting the cards you have in your hand to use. So for example, flip that, and I have to go 6 hearts, 6 diamond, 8 of hearts. Oh, throw that. Okay, you place all 3. And now I've completed my turn. The timer will finish out here in a second. And then you'll flip it, and the next player will begin. Everything is still the same. Jack-wise, for example, the jacks with the 2 eyes shown as a wild card, so if I use that, I can place it, say, 3 of diamonds. Now the purpose of the timer here is to create a more fast-paced game, because the normal game of Sequence does not have timed turns, and much like chess, can take far too long. So the timer implements a speed chess-like mechanic where each team has to make faster-paced decisions, and as a result, they could make more mistakes, and in an optimal world, the game would go much, much faster than a normal game of Sequence. The rules to win are still the same, where you have to get 5 in a row. If you're playing 1 versus 1, you have 2 sets. You need 2 sets of these. Here. Like that would win you because you have 2 sets of 5 in a row. Diagonals, diagonals, horizontals, and verticals are still the way to do it. These are still wild spaces. Nothing changes there. And so to really show, the mechanic here for, say the timer runs out on your turn like this, and I haven't placed any of my cards. I would now suffer the penalty where, since I have not placed anything, I'm not allowed to place anything on this turn. And I have to get rid of one of my cards permanently, so I'll just get rid of this one at random. And now I cannot draw more than what I have. So right now I have 9 cards. I cannot have more than 9 cards for the rest of the game. And for every mistake I make, it'll decrease the amount of cards I have, decreasing my variables.